Small business owner, check. This is my name. This is the name of my company. This is what my company does. This is why I love what I do. This is an accomplishment I'm proud of. This is where you can find me online. And if you're a small business owner, introduce yourself in the comments and let's support.
All right, so welcome. We are at a seat at the dinner table. I am Taman.
And I am Kim.
And tonight we are having some salmon.
Parmesan crusted salmon with my special green beans.
And as you can see, this is a lovely array of food here that we are about to chow down on. So, the topic that we have at hand tonight is giving up on searching for love. So, this is going to be
told you I
wonderful.
was nervous.
I know. But we did have some questions that we had lined up as far as that topic. And I know that a lot of people that are single would have that question possibly, and maybe even the ones that are in relationships that they're unhappy in may have that that question. So the first question that we're going to have today is, what is your idea of love when you were single? And this is strictly for me and my wife because we're no longer single.
Wait, what's the question?
The question is, what is your idea of love when you were single?
So, do you want to give a preface to how long we've been together for people that may not know us?
So, we are the Matthews family. We have been together. It will be officially 12 years in January.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been married 9. It will be 10 in March of 2022.
We actually met after I graduated from Goldie Beacom. We met at an alumni game. We have some mutual friends and things, so probably later, sometime in the podcast, you guys will hear more in depth about our story and how that went. But yeah, like you said, we're coming up on 10 years. So it's been a while since we've been single. Thinking back to your question about love.
What was your idea of love when you were single?
I think when I was single, since I was still in college, my idea of love was all over the place. It was more so, always to think back. It was more so finding someone who pretty much showed that they cared for you. Like I said, I was in college, so it wasn't really deep, in my opinion. My thoughts on love.
Even in high school as well.
Yeah,
you can go back.
It was even less deep. I don't know. What you got?
Well, I know that my first idea of love when I first started dating was mainly lust. Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
It was mainly lust, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
It was more about physical features and how you connected with somebody on a physical level. And the examples that I had of love, quote unquote, was mainly on television.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Huxtables, you got the Winslows, even them. Yeah,
they still have something.
They did. You got the Banks family with both of the Vivians, both of them. But just looking at that was my idea of love. It was mainly on the physical, I would say.
I missed my whole mouth. I'm hungry.
Understood. So I mean that to me.
Push.
She said, "Love y'all." So, hello, Portia. I'm not even gonna do that. So I would say that was my original thought of love when I was single. It's okay. You're married. It's all right. You're fine. So the next question, at what point in your life did you give up on finding love? And what happened to make you feel like giving up on finding love?
Deep question.
We're getting deep tonight.
So I know,
Not
I know that I gave up on love after college.
Mhm.
I graduated, was done, trying to figure life out, trying to figure out where I was going to live, and was single. I ended up working at a, nope, I'm not even going to say all that. So I met, because it'll be disclosing too much information.
Understood.
Met someone, had a situationship, and I realized that I wanted something deeper. I wanted like a deep connection with someone. I wanted, I guess, what I understood it to be is love. I wanted a family. I wanted someone that was literally my man, not the community guy.
The community guy?
I mean, I wanted something, I guess, like what most women look for is a title. I wanted something that was deeper. I wanted to, I knew at that point, I think I was 23, 24. I wanted to spend the rest of my life with somebody. I didn't want to continue trying to date. So, what was the first part of the question?
At what point in your life did you give up on finding
Okay, yeah. So with that situationship, I realized like it just wasn't gonna go anywhere. So I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I literally was like, God, I'm done. I'm not dating anymore. I'm not looking for anybody anymore. I can't do this. Because like my senior year of college and then afterwards, I had met people, went on some dates, talked to people, but it was just going nowhere. And it was getting frustrating because I knew that I was getting older. I kind of had a timeline on myself. I wanted a family. I wanted to build a family. And I wanted to actually be outside of what most of society is. And I wanted to be married and have a kid. I didn't want to just have the kid. Although in my mind, I was like, if I just have a kid, my mom was a strong single woman, so I can do it too.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I had a great example. So, but I more so gave up at that point and was like, forget it. I'm just going to focus on me. I'm going to find a job because I just graduated school. School's expensive. Had a degree, nothing to do. Didn't know what to do with it. So I just started focusing on me. So that's banging in.
It is. It definitely is.
What's the second part of your question?
What happened to make you feel like giving up on finding love?
Oh, yeah, I explained it in there, I think.
Like detail.
It didn't work out. The situationship didn't work out, and I wanted more.
Why do you think that it did?
Because I wanted more, and he didn't. We weren't in the same mental headspace. We weren't in the same, I would say, stages of life. Yup.
Yeah. So at 5 years old, I wanted to be a dad. That's what I put down when I went to school and they asked me what I wanted to be. That was the first thing I wanted to be, was a dad. So in order to be a dad, in my head at that time, you had to be married. So I went on a lot of searching for love. I would say that I went about things the not smart way, I would say, when trying to quote unquote find love. I did a lot of things that were outside of me, just trying to do what I felt as though would quote unquote get the girl, and not really going much deeper, if that makes any sense. And the older that I got, I think it was before I left for college, I was like, okay, I'm leaving my high school and I'm single,
Ready to mingle.
ready to mingle. And from what I seen on his college tour a couple years ago, and my wife is somewhere on Morgan State's campus. I just but at that time, that's what I knew. So I searched different ways, and during that search, I ended up. We're gonna go deeper into the school thing, and maybe another episode or whatever. But I went through a lot of ups and downs, and the older that I got, I realized that even through me meeting my daughter's mother, that there was something missing.
Right.
And the love that I was searching for and looking for had not a whole lot of turmoil to it. And not necessarily saying that everything was turmoil, but it would be like an even flow. Like it was like when you felt it or you knew it, then that's what it was.
Right.
But I gave up on looking when me and my daughter's mom broke up.
Wow. Sorry.
I gave up, and it wasn't necessarily a give up. It was more so of I'm not worried about that right now, and pretty much along the lines of what you said, focusing on myself.
Right.
And during that time, my grandmother had passed, so it was a dark time in that period. But ultimately, I found out some things that I didn't like about myself and that I did like about myself. And I tried to improve on those that I did like. What happened to make me feel like giving up on finding love? And I won't say it was a specific event. It would be a series of events. Just through different relationships in high school and college, situationships.
I like that.
Situationships, all of that. It made me like, you know what? Let me just stop looking for a second. I mean, I have a daughter at this point, and she needs to be my main focus, of course. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I have to worry about me and where I'm going first before I can actually embark on love and find out who is the real me instead of what I've tried to portray in a sense. And in that,
I think a lot of people, especially like when you are dating someone or you get out of a relationship, a lot of people don't spend the time to actually get to know themselves. And that's, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, that's a really big part of finding who you want to be with. Because there are some times I tolerated some BS, knowing like, yo, this is not me. I don't deal with stuff like this. I've never dealt with stuff like this. But because I would say, a little bit self-confident, like lacking self-confidence in myself, and really just like trying to, like, red flag, just gonna throw that away because I just want to be with somebody. I want to be loved. No, when I took the time to really like focus on myself, it was so much. I'm like, nope, not dealing with it. I don't care if your feelings is hurt, you mad or whatever. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not doing it. And I feel confident in saying I was able to get to the point of you and I getting together because I had shut a lot of stuff down. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. This is ridiculous. I'm not putting myself to this torture. It's already not good. Why would I put myself to this torture?
So on to the next question that we have here. What encouraged you to give love a shot again?
Honestly, meeting you encouraged me to give love another shot because being 100% honest, I had a couple of friends before you and I started talking, and I was honest with you. I told you about them, and it wasn't like I was sleeping around or anything. I was just conversing.
I mean,
I don't want to get like.
Yeah.
I was just talking to a couple guys, and when I met you, I was like, okay, we'll just see how this goes, because honestly, that's what dating is, in my opinion. If you're dating and you're clear and open about what you're doing, what you're looking for, then it is okay, in my opinion, of dating a couple of people. I ain't getting in nobody's bed and all of that. This is me personally dating, talking to other people, getting to know people, and figuring out who is best for you. That's what all these little dating shows is about, in my opinion. But when I started dating you, and you actually like was spending time to get to know me and asking me questions about me, and it wasn't about anything physical, I was like, different. All right, so let's see where this goes. And then, like, we talked about it and decided to get exclusive, because, I mean, let's be honest, when you start putting a title on something, you still may not be in love with somebody. True. But when we decided that we were going to get serious and really see where this goes, I stopped talking to everybody else. I told them, like, this ain't going, like, you can't contact me no more, because I'm about to see where this goes with him. And seeing how, like, you listen to me, you asked like actual deep questions about what I wanted, what I was looking for, and you wasn't trying to, in my opinion, from what I saw, you wasn't trying to play the role of what I was saying that I wanted. You were just showing it to me, and that was like, that opened up my eyes. Like, maybe love is real. Get into this love thing.
Nina Chosen. That's what came to my mind. Listen.
I feel. Oh, tell me it's real.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Gotcha. Sorry.
You're fine. Just want to get a little tune.
Aww.
What encouraged me to give love a shot again?
Was I supposed to answer that?
No, I mean, you want to ask me?
I can't see.
Well, just say what encouraged you.
What encouraged you
Mm-hmm.
to give love another try?
Oh, right. That's good. That's very good.
You met me.
I did.
That's
I
what
did.
that was,
I did.
because you met
I did.
me.
When I met you, I went into it as like an interview process.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's what it was to me, because it was like, if it's worth continuing, then I need to know who I'm really dealing with.
Right. It's even more especially for you, because you had a child.
Exactly. So it was twofold. Like, I had to make sure that, for one, you were right for me and at the right direction.
Oh, I dropped some food out my mouth. Sorry.
But yeah. So no, it says so random.
What you singing?
Yeah, it was. James M. Smooth would appreciate it there, Scott. But where was I at? Okay, no.
Interview process.
Yeah. Fine. Okay. So I had my daughter, and I wanted to make sure that the woman that I was going to date, for one, had to be marriage material, and had to be on the same wavelength as I am, as far as like just going forward. And I'm a man said, and Akeem said, and I need a woman that
stimulates my mind. It's
fills my mind. Yes. So going to that, like, I didn't really know what to expect. It was a new process for me, because it was like I really got serious about who I'm going to be with, and it wasn't just.
Angie, I cooked Parmesan crusted salmon and my green beans. That's got like my red peppers and stuff in it. She asked the question.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You should have told me what y'all eating. Okay.
I answered.
You did. There it is. So, the more that I got to know you, the more I was like in awe.
Ooh.
And I say that to say that, like, somebody can actually get me.
To get a plate. Next
someone-
time.
Yes, next time.
My bad.
You good? Sorry. But meeting you, it was very refreshing, and like it was literally like I wanted to be around you like all the time, and it wasn't on some like I'm trying to,
PG.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. But it wasn't that I was just trying to like you and hug you.
You're dumb. You're dumb.
Like I the talks that we would have, and like I would see myself on the phone, like talking to you, having conversations, and they were endless. And it wasn't like high school where you just sit there breathing.
Right.
Or
We have
like
deep conversations about
yeah, and we still do.
Yeah.
So like me seeing that and just the feeling that I got from you, like the euphoria, like that's a big word. Just everything, the whole vibe, as you want to say, was just different, and it was something that I was like, that is something that I want attached to me for the rest of my life, and here we are, in love each other, all that good stuff.
Very, very much.
Now I'm going into my deep bag from a few
questions.
To my answers. I told you I had to wanted to get deep.
Right out. Okay.
Producer hat. Okay, so no, I'm not gonna get deep on this one. Did you need or want love?
I think that going into the relationship, I wanted love. Where we are today and things that I have gone through on my own and in marriage, I need love. And I didn't know that I needed love because I had this strong exterior, like, it's whatever. If I have a dude, it's cool. If I don't, I already know how to manage.
I didn't even have to look up and knew that the look was there.
You made me forget what I was saying.
Women independent. That's how you felt?
Pretty much, yeah. Because I watched my mom like grind, taking care of 2 kids, going from living in the hood to buying her own house, all by herself. Like I watched all of that. I seen that like I don't need a man. And I started living my life like I don't need a man to get where I need to get to. I wanted the companionship because sometimes life is lonely, but I didn't need a man. I didn't need to be in love. But now that I have that and life happens, situations happen, it gets rough when you're by yourself. I feel for anybody who hasn't found love yet, found true love or anything even close to it, because it can be rough, like dealing with stressors and health issues and grief and all of that by yourself. It's really tough. And like, yeah, you have friends around that reach out, friends that'll be there like at the drop of a dime if you need them, but it's nothing like having someone that loves you and understands you genuinely and deeply for who you are and can give you what you need without you telling them what you need. Like I'll say, with my grandma passing away, it's been like a hard struggle for me these past couple of months. And there's times where you see me having my moment and you kind of like read how it is. Like, do I go up and approach her or do I just sit in silence with her? And that actually helps. And I even actually told you, like, sometimes a hug doesn't help me when I'm going through. No, I'm not about to cry.
It's okay. You all right?
Yeah. Sometimes a hug doesn't help me if I'm grieving. But then if it's something else that I'm going through, like health-wise, you're right there for me, and you know to come to me and like, here, let me hold you, let me do this, or even with the gun, with my with my leg, my massage gun, like you knew to come to me, like, okay, you keep complaining about your legs, let me just massage this out for you. Like that's stuff that I didn't know that I needed. because I don't think to ask for the stuff because it's something for me. I don't ask for stuff for me. What?
Still don't ask for two.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I would say that I felt like I needed love.
Mm-hmm.
When I look back at it now, I think I just needed a girlfriend. That's all I wanted. Just
So what Scott said. He said that LL Cool
Yeah.
J.
Said that Cool J playing in his head.
No.
Hit the wall.
Sorry.
But I would really say that I wanted love.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how it looked.
On TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like you have someone that's there to support you, and there to be there for you. You're like the whole dynamic of just being together. Like I said, with the skewed view of just thinking that it was physical, I really didn't understand it. Like, okay, how is it that Uncle Phil was kind of round, and both Vivians was slim and whatnot? Like, is it really about physical?
No.
I mean, to me, you called me shallow.
You were.
I mean, because it was like, I got to wake up to your face every morning, so that's got to be
I mean, of course, there has to be some type of attraction, but
Yeah.
some people cross it completely off the line. You cute, but you got a belly. Okay, I like to eat. You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like that. Oh, you cute, but your shoes is, you don't got the latest Jordans on. Okay, I had something else to buy. The Jordans wasn't important to me. Like, I've seen a lot of that. People won't talk to someone just because their car is not nice. Like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Listen, that song Scrubs, told you, I ain't want to ride the passenger side, man. No matter who, like, I rode passenger a lot. So when that song came out, it was just like, man, that's how y'all feel? Like, I'm just riding with my man. We trying to, you know what I mean? Like, I do have a car. The Dirty Bird back in the day. I would say that now I know that I need it. And I would say for the simple fact that, like, I mean, when I made that vow, I made that knowing that I needed you alongside me to make my life better and to make this journey that we're going on just in general more enjoyable, have more value to it. And it's something to me that, I mean, everybody's in a different place, but to me, I know that I need you. So you're love.
Yeah.
And God is love too. So I need God too.
Absolutely. We both need God. Our marriage needs God. For real.
It does. Well, it has it. It has it. Yeah. What is hard pass mean? We might be a little bit delayed. So the next question, I think, is where I got a little deep in. What is your idea of love now that you are married? I'm asking questions like this. But
wait, say it again.
What is your idea of love now that you are married?
Love is compromise. Love is growth. Love is love. Love is. I can't think of nothing. Like, it's hard for me to describe what I think love is now that I'm married. Like, it's hard to describe the feeling that I had, and I say that because I was one who's like, I feel like I don't change who I am. I feel like I evolve over time, but changing who I am, then I feel like it won't make me authentic. So I like to say that I evolve for who I am. And I lost my train of thought.
What is your idea of love now that you are married?
I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know where I was going with that. My idea of love. Oh, so I feel like I didn't change, I evolved, but there was some change that happened to include you in different aspects of my life that I didn't have before I got married, if that makes sense. Your soda looks flat.
It's not though.
I
mean, you get that
love, evolving, you change. I changed things for the sake of marriage in a good way. Because I feel like when you and I got together, you didn't come into it like demanding that I change certain things about myself to fit you. I feel like we both evolved to fit together. Okay. We evolved to fit together. And I feel like that's what you need to do in a marriage. It's not about one changing the other, but it's about both of you guys evolving and growing together. Because clearly how each person was, it attracted the other person. So why change that for the sake of a marriage? You just have to grow and evolve, because the thing is, like they say, change is inevitable, but you don't have to. Change is evolution. I'm just rambling here. Sorry. I keep losing the question in my train of thought.
It's okay. More than I
okay. Go ahead.
So, I did some. I'm a learner. I'll say that. I love to learn, and it is as deep as I can. Pause. So I have loving. I said loving. Love is having a complete, infinite value for my wife that naturally inspires me and pleases me to satisfy her needs, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically, for the rest of our life with no expectations. Love is an ever-growing connection with no expiration date, enjoying the development of that connection on every level and having that development be a vital part of my existence. To break all that down into sections. Yeah, that was a part. But having
y'all just talk about pause.
Yeah, we did. We did talk about the pause and stuff, but I can't help it, man. It's
one of the things I wish he'd change.
But anyway, so the great Miles Monroe said something that we put value on material things, such as a car, right? And the car has a value, of course, it has a dollar value and whatnot. And the way that you can take care of your car, maintenance, cleaning, all of that or whatever, like that's a value to you. But that value has a number on it. When you're thinking of love, like it should be an infinite value, like a value that can't be measured, because in a sense, like if you have love for, let's just say sneakers, exactly. Like you would go through anything to buy whatever sneaker that you're trying to get to. You don't see the actual value of these are $500 sneakers. You're like, yo, these are sneakers that I want. I'm gonna figure out a way to get them. Oh God, we're not going about Amazon. Amazon is
life.
Hasatan in our house.
What is that?
Satan. Nah, Amazon is not Satan. just a jokey joke, little jokey joke. But I mean, I can't put it into a words when you say I love you so much and the reasons as to why I love you. Like you can come up with so many words, but the words give it limitation. And it's indescribable to the point to where like I want to make your life as happy, joyful, growing as possible. And even in that joyfulness is some confrontations. there's some times to where we love people in truth.
Yeah.
To where it's like, am I acting like that? It's like, yeah. Okay. Or am I doing this? And I mean, we always have a saying in our house to where it's like, don't judge me. I mean, that's scriptural if you want to go Bible. But I mean, we don't judge each other. At the same time, we hold each other accountable.
Right.
And that to me is just loving in truth as well. And that helps us out spiritually to help us discipline mentally, as far as understanding that we can do things and stuff that is in our mind. We just got to overcome it. Mm-hmm. Physically, we've worked out together, so we know like how to push each other and inspire each other.
I tried to but, yeah. We also have something that we do, honesty moments, where like that's where we know that the other person has something to say, and it may or may not be favorable to the other person.
No holds barred.
No holds barred. But in our honesty moments that we develop, you gotta be open to hear and receive what the other person is about to tell you or say, and have a discussion on it.
Mm-hmm. So the last question before we end up. See, look, I told you to go by a little fast. So, what is your advice to people who want to give up on finding love? You don't have any advice?
I do, but I was about to say something.
Don't give up? That wouldn't do.
Look,
you can win.
Yeah.
We got that from a church that we used to attend. Shout out to Perfect Will Ministries. But don't give up. Don't ever give up. You can win. You can do all things.
Now, ask your question again.
What is your advice to people who want to give up on finding love?
I would say find you first. Don't give up, but find you first before you start searching out love.
So you done looked at my... Go ahead.
That's because you think I like it.
We do.
Aww. But no, find you first. I will tell anybody that find you first. Especially with us getting older, we're not in our teens anymore. We know we have a little bit of direction of what we want in our lives, and find you first. Find you, make you happy, and that will clear up. Let me back up. Seek the Most High and find you first. Then that'll clear the path for who you're actually looking for, or who is meant for you, in my opinion.
Oh, you preaching it. Dang. No. Okay. Okay. She took a lot of my... I thought I was going to get deep. She got deep. You swear?
Yeah. I ain't writing no notes. I was coming off the dome. That's why I'll be all over the place because I don't write no notes.
And see, I knew I was going to come off the dome, but I had to organize it. So that's why I wrote it down to make sure I get the points that I want to get. So everybody has their beliefs. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that you have to believe is you are here. That's inevitable.
It's what?
Inevitable. That's not the right. That's what I know. Listen,
that's not what you said.
That's what they heard. That's what they heard. Type 1 if y'all heard inevitable. Nah, I'm messing. Love your. I did. I got my notes. Love your God and yourself first.
Oh, so that's why you said.
Yes, it was. It was good. But it was. Ask the question of, would you marry yourself? Everyone is imperfect, and everyone has room to grow. Find those areas within yourself that you feel you should grow to become a better version of you. Focus on learning and not dating, and mainly pray.
Wait a minute now. You said marry yourself. I got a smart mouth, and I feel like I would be physical if I were to marry myself. So that's why I married you. You're opposite of me. Mm-hmm. So you're just saying, like, would you be a pleasurable person to be married to?
Yeah, like the version of yourself right now. Could you see somebody else loving you?
Oh, okay.
I know you got a smart mouth. I knew that from the beginning.
I get on my own nerves sometimes. So I'm just saying, I didn't know what you had.
But see, that in turn was funny enough is that like that's a trait that I wanted in my wife. Not a smart mouth. not the, I mean you gotta be specific when you ask for what you ask for.
So you was looking for outspoken.
Very outspoken.
But not outspoken to you to where I'm trying to hurt
I just know that the tongue is
you.
a double-edged sword. I feel that.
You put the W in the
Sword. Man, listen. All right, sword.
Who did I
Sword.
marry? Oh man.
But at the end of the I did. Hey, listen, Migos says straightness.
And that's why I'm not with amigos.
We not. What I'm saying though, they
Listen.
It's different dialects. Sword. Y'all know what I meant. Be specific in the mate that you want to have in your head. Understand that you got to be the perfect or the best version of yourself in order for that relationship to work. So you have to. Got Tracy Denise here said, make sure you are whole spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. That kind of sums up pretty much it. I mean, when I got together, I went back deeper in my but I'm saying at that point, I remember specifically like I was working out, so I was working on my physical. I was reading my Bible more, which got me into more spiritual and mental as well. So emotionally, I've always been kind of laid back, cool, calm, not really showing too much emotion. So that is something that I hid that of course came out a little later, which don't ever hide your emotions. That's another episode. But ultimately love yourself. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all its righteousness and all shall be added unto you. I don't know if I said that right, but the seek the kingdom of heaven in the Bible. If we understand that the kingdom of heaven is within you, then you will understand that you would seek yourself, get to know yourself better, and sky's the limit. So we want to thank all 12 of you for tuning in on Facebook. If you like what you see, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Let me just say, the views that we got, I was so scared. I didn't think anybody was going to watch. Like, we're not interested.
We are interested. We got something to say.
Yeah, we got something to say. It's just a matter of
who wants to
people
hear.
ready to hear it.
Hey, man, listen, we have these conversations, maybe not in the same question format, but these types of questions happen quite often, and I feel as though that a lot of people can benefit from our ups and downs, our stories, our everything, and just sharing it, hoping that we help at least one person. It makes a difference. So, like I said, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Great first show. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Mr. Ingram. Thank you, Angela. Great job. I'll be tuning in. Appreciate it. Thank you. So, we are doing this every other Wednesday live.
If you guys...
like I didn't tell you. This is what is happening.
Listen, I got a lot on my plate right now.
We both are.
So the concept of our show, there's going to be a meal cooked each time we do a show. I like to say that I'm like a little self-proclaimed chef. So if there's some recipes and things that you guys want me to try, send them to us. I think you can.
I will.
And if anybody wants this recipe or anything,
the recipes, because
if I cook it, you gonna eat it.
Wow.
I'm just
saying.
saying.
This where we're going.
My food be banging.
It do. You're right. You put me onto the cauliflower stuff and the
food.
And turnips and all. Yeah. No, not vegetables. I mean.
You did not. Did you eat Brussels sprouts?
No. that didn't happen. That never did happen. But that has changed. I've become more gassier. But so if you like what you've seen, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where the replays will happen. If you want to catch it live, you can catch it on Facebook as well as YouTube. Facebook will not have the episodes after the live, so go to YouTube, subscribe. The more that we grow and ideas have come out, we might add some stuff to the channel. What do we have to add?
Okay. I was listening.
But until next time, this is Taman, and this is.
I never know what to do with my hands. It was a peace sign. Shut up. I never know what to do with my hands. So, love you guys.
You guys have a good night.